to the Fastrima. I am the Fadrima. Today we're hanging out in the kitchen. It's been a very long fucking day today. I had to get up at like 6 in the morning to go to school in Toronto. And I had a nap and I'm just feeling a little somehow more tired, but also somehow a little bit more awake. So we're going to do a little bit of meal prep today and set the week up for success. That's the plan. I want to make more of those Rice Krispie squares because they were fucking great. Am I really incredibly quiet? Do I need to bring the microwave closer? Okay, how's this? Is this better? It's not going up very high when I'm looking at obs right now. Because life is not fair, I think. I think that's what the problem is. Hello, open sesame. Microwave volume. Not what I want, like, at all. Micro. So where do I find the microwave volume, Madrot? Setting up a microphone. You're so far from the mic that okay. How do I set up the volume of the mic? Like, how do I mess with that in Windows proper? Because I'm trying to open up the volume mixer, and there's nothing to do with the microwave there. And then I tried to search microphone in the start menu thing in Windows to see if it would come up with like a menu. Words are really hard, okay? I don't fuck with this shit usually. I'm just trying to make this work. Right-click speakers on the taskbar and open sound settings. Oh. Okay. Is this any better? I just made it go up to 100%. It was at 79% for some reason. Like, Windows just decided arbitrarily that that's where it needed to be. Oh my god. Okay, this is way better. Amazing. Thank you, Madrot. I'm so glad that you were listening in. Hello, the Wolf King. How are you? Madrot says Windows just randomly changes shit like that sometimes. Keep an eye out for it. Honestly, it really seems arbitrary. I don't think I even futz around with the settings on my volume very often other than to like turn it all the way up or all the way down for when I'm plugging it into my speakers or when I'm plugging in like my earbuds. That's about it. I don't go into my settings and do literally anything more complicated than that. But thank goodness the audio situation has been resolved. We're good. Right, so we're gonna make more of these Rice Krispie squares because they were so blessed last time. I swear, like, the golden glittery stuff on top made them like even better than they had any business being. If my food isn't pretty, I don't want to eat it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like a child. But I don't know if I have enough Rice Krispies, as we do have a shortage in Canada somehow, to make a full batch. So I'll have to do some math, and that will be very hard. Math was not my strong suit, and it still continues to not be my strong suit. But we'll pray, and we'll see how it goes. So first of all, I guess we're just going to have to measure out and see. Okay, I don't know why my lipstick is in this measuring bowl. I probably put it in there in the confusion of the fight. The Wolf King. Yes, because apparently there was this whole drama with Kellogg's and their union or some shit went on strike and they were doxxed by angry people. I don't know the whole scope of the drama, but all I know is that their workers like went on strike and then Kellogg's was like, all right, fuck you guys, we're just going to replace you then. And the general public was outraged because that's people's families and whatever. And they're like, you can't do that to my loved ones. That's un-American of you. But it's also un-Canadian of them as well by proxy of how close we are to them. So they walked off the job and they got doxxed and no one's been making Rice Krispies. That's the long and the short of it as far as I'm aware. Which is also why I have the Crimbus colored Rice Krispies. I'm not mad. It's literally all I can get. And I tried looking for, hold on. Ooh, I tried looking for fucking, what are they called? Like the organic, so there's like a bunch of organic food companies that like make their own Rice Krispies that are allegedly like gluten-free, cruelty-free. Each rice grain was kissed every day before it was like crisped up and sold. Like just astronomically expensive Rice Krispies. And I looked for that shit for the stream because I wanted to have the best for the stream. It's all for you. And those were also not available because I guess of the shortage on these, people were doubling down on those. And so, ils ne sont plus disponibles, I guess. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out just how many we have left. I'm so sorry. This cat literally just galloped into like my view and into my stream. Hi, Booby. Who's that handsome man? Is that you? I'm trying to entice Sabu to come over. Booby. Handsome, why don't you come here? I have a seat right here for you by my backpack. Oh, Jesus. I caused a problem. I'm so sorry for causing a problem. I will be right back. Booby. Come here, handsome bundle. Yes, handsome bundle. I know. You're independent. You are your own man. You need to be here on your own terms. I understand that. Yes, I do. You're so handsome, though. I don't understand that. When I grow up, will I be as handsome as you? I just want to know. Yes, gorgeous. Yes, handsome. Oh, Jesus. You're allowed? Yes, handsome, you're allowed. Just don't go on the keyboard, okay? If you go on the keyboard, I will... Don't bite that. Handsome, hi. Do you need to be causing problems? I think he might need to be causing problems. Okay, listen, my little blonde raccoon, it's fine. Can you maybe not shine the stream? Do not shine the stream. They don't need to get that close to you. Oh, Josh is here. Hello. How are you? How's your week going? It's early on. Oh, Cheapy's here. Thank you so much. Honestly, I picked this up at Zara. It was like $15. And I think I bought it originally from Madrat, and he was like, not really my thing. I was like, I'm not returning this. I like it. It's super oversized. Josh says, hello, your royal weenus. I love it. Sous Chef Sabu, we need you on the line. Why do you need to play with my lipstick? Okay, I know, you can't resist. It's, here. Don't bite my lipstick. Josh, is this what we needed Sabu for? To bite my lipstick? Here, come here, handsome. I know, you don't like when I handle your tush, but I just don't want you to shine the stream. I know. You just don't know. Leaning right up against the scale. Hi, handsome. I swear, my IQ drops like 50 points when this cat arrives on the scene, and I don't recover for quite a while. I become so super focused on him. So how's everyone's week going so far? How's everyone doing? What's new and exciting? Talk to me. While I brush this tiny delinquent who has seemingly shut down my whole operation. Yes, gorgeous. Yes, handsome. I know. When I was trying to have a nap earlier, this guy needed to cause maximum amount of problems. I swear to God. Like, I was intending to just have a lay down for an hour and maybe get some shut-eye. I set an alarm. He needed to gallop and chase Rocky and jump on Rocky and try to burn the house down. It's just more fun for this guy. Hi, why do you like to ruin my naps? I try so hard not to ruin your naps. Here we go. Oh, are you biting the brush now? He's got like a hand on my hand. Okay. Does that mean you've had enough? Khalas? Matride? C'est tout? C'est fini pour toi? He's just looking at me like dreamily. Like, I want the brush, but I don't want the brush. I'm a cat. I never know what I really want. I just know what I don't want. Yes. Okay, handsome. Are you gonna fuck with the scale's ability to function? Oh, Wolf 20 KO is here. Hello, how are you? Glad to catch a stream again. Seriously. Josh says, well, I have my last night of work for the week, and then when I get home in 14 hours, we're packing up the kiddo. I'm going to take him to the aquarium in, is that Gatlinburg? Well, that sounds exciting. I hope you have a good time. And then Josh says, what have you been getting into this past week? Have you been? Honestly. It was reading week last week, and it didn't feel like it. Today I've been up since like 6 in the morning, so I had to drive into Toronto to go to York, and then pick up poutine on the way home, and come home, have a nap, and then try to exist. School's been weirdly like stressful, because I don't know if I talked about this last time, so it kind of happened abruptly, but I have a prof who legit, I don't think the man wants to teach, if I'm being completely honest. He literally sent a message out to us saying like, hey guys, I slipped on ice and, oh, thank God he moved. He said, I slipped on ice walking the dog and I broke my ankle and classes are canceled until further notice. And I was like, this is a year-long course, and we've learned nothing up until this point. So for you to be like, I don't feel like teaching because I broke my ankle, was kind of like, I don't think you can do that, dude. Especially when your whole fucking class is like struggling with the material, man. It's a course that it seems like no one is doing well in right now. It's Modern Economic History of Canada, which is possibly the boringest course I could have picked, which is why I picked it. I wanted it to be super dry. And I like economics. I took economics in college like, holy shit, 10 years ago now? Wow, I'm old. I took micro and macro econ, and I liked them. I thought they were interesting. History, I'm not very good with, but I figured, that might come with the territory of it being econ, the story of econ and, all that shit. And also, like, the history of Canada being enmeshed in there, I thought that might help. It's not really any of those things. Like, we're talking about the beginning of Toronto, very specifically Toronto. And we're talking about, like, the Indigenous perspective to, like, the beginning of Toronto and the problems that currently exist in Toronto. I regret to burst the man bubble, but Canada's more than Toronto. And I don't think he gets that. I don't know. I'm not trying to criticize the man. I feel like I could have done a better job teaching this course. If I was left to my own devices and told to go find material and prepare lectures and create evaluations, I would just be able to figure it out. And I don't think this guy has. Because he literally gave us 2 essays where he was like, he gave us 3 pages of instruction. And it was like, oh my God. What do I do with this? You wrote the essay. Sir, you wrote the essay to tell me how to write the essay. What? What are we doing here? And don't be scared. I'm just flailing. It's fine. And when he was grading them, he posted a message being like, none of you understood. I actually want you to talk about this instead. And you have an extension of 2 weeks to write me like an amendment to your essay. It was like, he did that for both essays. And it was like, what? Dude, like, how is it possible for the whole class to not understand? Is it perhaps a you problem? Perhaps you did not explain. Wolf 20 Chaos is doing good. Work's been good, and the timing has been bad for a while for hopping on here. That's okay, don't worry about it. I've been trying to be more consistent, but it's been so hard. There's been so much shit going on. And Josh says, try to exist. I feel that. I'm sorry the prof hasn't been giving you what you guys need academically and professionally. I think the man is like trying to give me an indication that they're gonna go on strike or something, but I can't say for sure. I know another one of my friends she goes to Sheridan and I go to York. And she was talking about how a prof told her that like they're on the cusp of going on strike. And when she said that to me, I immediately thought of this prof and I was like, Eureka, that's what's going on. This man knows. He knows they're on the cusp of going on strike. So he's not even gonna fucking try. That was a Scott Steiner reference. Nocturnal Lizzie, hello, how are you? When the whole class doesn't understand something, that's generally on the teacher. Well, here's the cherry on top of this fucking cake. Are you ready for this? The man has a PhD in communications. And yet cannot communicate to save his fucking life. I think he bought his PhD. I really think he bought his fucking PhD. Wolf 20 Chaos says, if everyone gets it wrong, that's fully the prof's fault. Abso-fucking-lutely. Nocturnal says, oof, waste of a degree right there. It's rough. Frolf is here. Hello, how are you? Wiping out the fur that this handsome sous chef got into my bowl. Oh, man. All right. Let's pray that this is enough. I know, handsome, you're very excited. All right, 163. Garbage. La recyclage. I know, you're very excited now. Totally an Expert is here. Hello. Whoa, Rice Krispies again. Bold move. Can you send me some? I wish I would. I would if I could. If I knew how to safely send these. Sharing is after all caring. Froel says, when all my students get something wrong, I typically think I botched the question, so I drop it, or I'm very nice with partial points. P.S. I'm good, hope you're well. Thank you. Glad to hear you're doing well. It's funny because I have that perspective because my dad was a college prof and he taught physics, maths, architecture. He eventually ended up teaching engineering because that's like his domain. And so he learned the ins and outs of how to like write questions for tests and how to make assignments and stuff. He didn't really have a lot of guidance in that respect. He just had to figure it out on his fucking own. I do believe it's different in universities, although I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Are you really having a nap, sir? He's just very happy to be here. He's happy to be here. My other class is going really well. The grammar course is somehow going miraculously. I'm not sure how. But I'm trying not to jinx it, so like knock on wood. Quickly find some wood to knock on. Okay, we're not too far off then. We're only like 15 grams off on the Rice Krispie front. Well, we're killing it so far. Okay. What does the recipe call for? Some butter. I'll bring this shit over here. This can chill here momentarily. To reach for the stars, or maybe the marshmallows instead. We're gonna need about 300 grams. This bag of marshmallows is enormous. Okay. 300 grams. Let's go. Let's do this shit. Totally an expert says, any reason why skeletons are dancing on your microwave? It's a great question. They're part of the set. They're just part of the set. I can remove them. I could remove them, but I don't know. There's something comforting about them just chilling there. Just busting out their moves. I don't have moves like those skellies. I really don't. Nocturnal Lizzie says, the biggest marshmallow is the one watching you. Oh, it's so true. He is adorbs, and he's being roused from his slumber because he's hearing the crinkling of the bag. Handsome. Go back to sleep. You can count these in your sleep. I'm just very grateful that you're, like, calm now. Because you were absolutely wilding when I was trying to sleep. I just needed some peace and quiet. And this man needed to make sure that he grayed every last one of my hairs and maybe made them fall out too. I, like, took off my makeup. I put my whole skincare, like, routine on. Like, I dealt with my... In the winter, I get so dry. I have to, like, double moisturize. Otherwise, I, like, flake up and I get super itchy. It's very embarrassing. But I also try to relax because I know that's important for, like, your skin and just your mental health and all that. There's no calm to be had with this guy here. Yeah, those are facts. I'm spitting straight facts. I'm spitting bare facts, in fact. Okay. The bag was kind of on the scale, and I was like, wait a second, have I gone too far? No, not yet. I haven't gone far enough. And that is facts. Nocturnal Lizzie says, same. I need like 3 layers of moisturizer on my eyes or they flake. The eyes are like the most delicate things I find. I don't know how it's possible. Like I used to barely put anything on my eyes, and when I would try, it would feel almost like they're like sweating. Like I'd almost break out in like zits around my eyes because it would be too much. Handsome, don't help. For the love of God, handsome, please don't help. But like when I think I hit 26 or 27, I used the same eye creams again. And I was like, oh, I need this now. It would like melt right in and there was no weirdness. There was no excess oil or anything. It was just like, my eyes feel so much better. They look like you, handsome. Don't lick those, please. Can you not? You are absolutely adorable. But oh my God. He's like just circling around his prey right now. There was this time when we had the compost bin in here. I may have told this story. I never get sick of telling the story because it's so... Don't touch those. Sir? Sir, you behave your damn self. Do you understand? Here, I'm going to put this over here. Do you understand? Do you read me loud and clear, Lieutenant? He's thinking about his actions. That's what's happening. There's like a loading wheel in there. I have to go get butter. Can I trust you for literally 3 seconds? I already know the answer is no, but we're still going to risk it for the biscuit. Yes, handsome. He's kind of the worst. This is probably not going to be enough butter. I need like 45 grams, and I'm just scraping it out of this. Plop. Oh! Oh! Don't help. Please don't. Cebu, don't help. Cebu. Please don't help. Oh, man. I caused a problem. The problem this time is that I flung the butter at some cords. Okay, you cannot be trusted. So, listen, the big guns have to come out now. Ugh, okay. I'm like pretending that I have abs right now. I don't really have abs right now. I'm pretending that I'm ripped like a bag of chips, but I'm not. All right. I need to deal with this problem that I have caused. Okay, we're at 12 grams, okay? Don't you forget that. Remember that number, Cebu, 12 grams. I know. You just really, really want to help. Well, he has a whole new reason to bite these cords. I've never flung butter at the counter before, so I guess there's a first time for everything. Oh man, I'm so embarrassed. I never typically embarrass myself like this. Hi, handsome. This is a brick of butter. This is what I literally just flung at the counter. Nocturnal Lizzie, Cebu, what have you done to my children? It's so accurate though. This guy's like, they look like me. They kind of smell like me. They maybe even behave like me. Just adding some grease to the cords for reasons. Well, I mean, now he's licking the cords, but I can't stop him. These cords are going to be out, and he's going to lick them eventually. Handsome. Okay, listen, we need a little bit of space to work, so this is perfect. I'm okay with this. Okay, the total amount that we need is 45. And I already have 12. Thank you, Totally an Expert. for putting that in the chat. Or I would probably have forgotten. Alright. I'm trying to do this so carefully. Ooh, I should grab another butter wrapper out. So that I can grease up that pan before I put the whole medley of stuff into it. I'm gonna need a knife so that, because this butter's cold. It's gonna get cooked up, so it doesn't really matter terribly. Whew. Okay. Totally an expert says, I'm just a hero like that. Absolutely you are. Plop. 25 plus 12 is 37. So we need 8 more grams for a total of 33. We're aiming for 33. That's 34 and that's good enough for me. Sold. Is my math even right? We'll pray that my math is right. Alright. Butter is dealt with. Oh yeah. Weird shit, guys. Remember how there was my doorbell rang last stream? And we were like, oh, like, what's this, you know? Well, we opened the door like 2 hours later, and there was just a bunch of groceries from Walmart. We were like looking for some kind of receipt or indication of like who this was for, who we could call. Nothing. I tried calling Walmart. I called them about 8 times or something, and I tried calling like and getting redirected to multiple what do they call departments? Multiple departments. And none of them were picking up. It was like 9 p.m. They close at 11 here. And Madrat and I were like, what do we do? This is clearly not meant for us. Like, we didn't order this. We don't eat more than half of this stuff. So Walmart wasn't picking up. I think I called them again, like, the next day, like, during, like, the morning, afternoon type of thing, just to be like, hey, this shit happened. What do? Nothing still. No one picks up at Walmart. It's the best job ever. You never have to answer the damn phone. Nocturnal Lizzie says, so it wasn't the cops, probably. No, it was just a real friendly delivery person who wanted to make sure that the food got to the right person. And we were like, we're busy. Totally an expert says, wait, Walmart also exists in Canada? Yeah, they do. I think the one nearest us in Oakville opened up when I was like 6 or 7. Like, so fucking long ago. I'm so old. But, yeah, we've had Walmart around here for bear time. Just see what else I fucking need for these before I put them on the stove. So I've got the butter, I've got the marshmallows, and... Right. The lesson from last time was to be quick. Alexa, stop it. This bitch is really trying to fucking spy on me. I don't understand. Alright. So let's do this. What's the heat that is required for this particular undertaking? Low heat. That's somewhere else that I went and goofed. Is I think I used a medium heat, like a higher heat. Okay. Oh look, I started it off on medium high. We love that. All right. Okay, we're good. I think. I hope. There is that, and then there's this. brought my pan over. I have this butter wrapper that I'm just greasing it up with so that it's easier to detach. Floofs and these fluffy boys. I want to say this is like adequately greased. Adequately greased. There we go. That's English, right? Oh man. I could really go for like a Maxwell House decaf coffee right now. I don't know why. I hate Maxwell House coffee so much. But with a shitload of cream, it's actually really good. Totally an expert says so like 12 years ago. Yeah, about that. Why does it feel like so much longer than that? Nocturnal Lizzie says Canada doesn't have Ulta though. That is correct. I think there was talks of Ulta expanding over there, but that hasn't happened yet. You know what it is? We're addicted horrifically to monopolies in this country. We love when like one company owns everything. I don't think people actually love it. I think the government loves it. I don't know. I think when Ulta was supposed to come over, it was around the same time that Target, good old Target, as we call it up here, came up to Canada on the condition that they have like 60% Canadian goods on their shelves, which that's not fucking possible or reasonable. Target is like a department store with like everything. We don't make everything here. We really don't. We don't make much of we make specific things here. And we can make more, we just don't because it would cost so much more. And nobody wants that shit, it seems. So that's why Target did not do well when it came here. But that was like a very specific condition because if they had gotten the Walmart pass, I think they would have still been in business. I don't know that they would have been doing fantastic because I did find that their prices were like a little expensive. But I also think it's because of the circumstances that they were brought up here with, which I'm not mad at. That was not their fault. They were like, it coincided with when they were trying to break into the market. This cat is just over there having a bath across from me, watching the stream. He's like in the front row. So it's like an editing week for my grammar class. I wrote 3 little poetic pieces, one on how to love your cat, where I wrote about how this guy like walks on me and breathes on my face and drools on my face, and that means that he loves me. And I was talking about how if you have a cat that loves you like that, you need to love them back. I thought it was a really charming little piece, and I included a little picture of him to show the tiny asthmatic boy. And I may have invented a new French word, asthmatiquement, asthmatically in English. When he gets really, really happy, he gets a really croupy pattern of breathing that's very heavy and it borders a little bit on a whooping cough, like a barking cough. I remember when he was really little and he could not breathe very well. And so he would just whistle. And if Madrat also couldn't breathe, it would be like a symphony of failing sinuses. And sometimes, like Rocky would also breathe a little heavy, and I don't think he was struggling. I think he's just a big cat, and so his breathing would be louder naturally by proxy of his size. All 3 of the boys' breathing is a symphony. It's adorable and very difficult to sleep through. But now that Sabu is older, he can breathe a lot better because thankfully his face isn't terribly flat. Let me get the sparkles out while I'm still getting prepared. Alright. So there's the confetti. How help if I just do that? That way you can just kind of see that it's like squares, gold squares. This is dead ass, like, it looks like pink glitter sugar. And then I've got pearls. This is gonna be some very random looking Rice Krispie squares, and I hope I have enough of this stuff for the whole thing. The only thing that we're a little short on is just the Rice Krispies, and that's perfectly fine with me. I am okay with that. Nocturnal, as he says, asthmatically is probably a word, just an uncommon one. That's true. I'm sure a dictionary just gives you like the common words and the roots. You can like I want to say adjectify any word, which is to say you could turn any word into an adjective. But I think that might just be me like pushing it, trying to invent too many words all at once. Maybe there is a word for that process. Totally an Expert says those packages are way too big for how much glitter they have. I completely agree with you. There was one where it was like almost 80% filled, and I was like, this is acceptable. Like, this I understand. This I do not. This, I'm like, I feel lied to. This is all packaging and no product. Beef. This is beef. Alright, let's see how it's doing. Not melting like at all. Okay, I see you. I've heard of people adding like chocolate chips or mini marshmallows to their Rice Krispie squares. Do you guys have any favorites that you always default to? So I swear I've had like, more recently I've had like cookies and cream Rice Krispie squares, and I thought they were just kind of like a whole production for no reason. Like, it took away from the Rice Krispie part. I had the birthday cake one too when that came up here, because I love birthday cake anything. I'm weak when it comes to birthday cake. I remember it tasted a lot more like a chocolate bar than it did like a Rice Krispie square. I was like I know logically what this is what the packaging says it is, and I'm eating it and I see what it is, and then I'm like, it does not compute. This doesn't make sense. Nocturnal, as it says, ooh, Oreo chunks would be really good, I bet. Ooh, I like that idea a lot. And you know, I'm kind of disappointed that the cookies and cream Rice Krispie squares I had didn't have that in them. They just had like a little dusting of the Oreo cookie on top. They didn't even like think about that shit, eh? They were like, well, they want to get away with saying it's cookies and cream, doing the least possible. Of course they fucking do. Totally an Expert says, I haven't had many Rice Krispies. Closest thing I eat has granola and nuts and stuff. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. I'm trying to think. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of flavors here of that kind of stuff. I'm hoping that by slowly melting that, it won't just like abruptly be like a pool of bubbling fucking marshmallow. Totally an Expert says, first time I heard a Canadian say that, eh? I can get real aggressive with that, eh? It's pretty bad. Nocturnal Lizzie says, I don't make Rice Krispie treats very much because I hate cleaning up the marshmallow goo from my pot. Honestly, I don't blame you, but if you soak it as soon as you're done, I found that was super easy because I was dreading it. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be horrible. Like, I'm going to regret having done this. And, and because I just default to soak everything after I'm done cooking or using or eating, it turned out very well. It came up like a dream. And it was very easy. It was very easy to clean. It did produce a lot of garbage, which thankfully I have a sink sieve to catch it all and, throw that away. But I could understand that being a bitch to clean. Oh. There's action over here. Okay, we're melting. It's melting over there. Okay. I purchased a thing of Reese's peanut butter cups that I've been slowly working away at. But they're thins, and so there's a little bit more chocolate than there is peanut butter. Let me just get it down. So I wonder if this would be any good on top or in. If it was like finely chopped and then thrown in at the last step when you're mixing it all together. But I also worry it might make it way too sweet. But just a thought, because there's like a stupid amount of these in here. I think I also have Score-Bits somewhere in this house too. Because I love Score. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't think I found out that I loved Score until I was older. Oh. Okay, we're good. It looks like it's melting very quickly over here. Alright. I'm very happy with the fact that it's melting because I was worried that this was going to take forever. I don't got forever. Nocturnal Lizzie says, do you want them to be melty or sit on top like decorations? Ooh. I hadn't considered those were the two options. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know how well Score-Bits melt because they're kind of like hard candy. I don't know much about the candy making process, but I know it's a little complicated. I worry that it might not melt in very well. Do I even still have... Oh. This just in, I do not have Score-Bits. I think I may have eaten the last of them. I really like Score-Bits. Okay, let's see how these are doing. Alright. The butter is melting, the marshmallows are melting. There's that. I'm gonna put this back on. There's something like comforting about having an oversized shirt. I don't know why. I just feel like I can do anything in an oversized shirt. It makes no sense. Logic tells me it's not true. But I don't really listen to logic when it comes to like fashion. If the fashion makes me feel good, then I wear it. It's simple. Nocturnal Lizzie says, giant shirts are the best, man. They absolutely are, though. Or it's just, they're just so great. Where'd Sabu go? Oh. He's on a dining chair. Like right across from me, and he's kind of staring at me like, what are you doing, eh? What are you doing over there? He is such a weird boy. Oh, man. They're starting to melt so much more. It's like freaking me out because they're shrinking. And I have so many Rice Krispies. It's giving me anxiety. Come on, melt more. But don't lose your damn form. Oh, Molly's here. Hello. How are you? Tis the weenie queenie. That's me. Frolf says, I always feel like I'll accidentally have baggy clothes catch fire on the stove or something. Honestly, I used to have that worry too. I don't think I've turned the stove on and still had my hair down just out of that exact fear. Making sure that my sleeves are like rolled back. Okay. I feel better now. I guess your stove's electric, so it's less likely. Yeah, that is fair. I think it's gas stoves that have like the element with the actual flame on it. I think. I'm not sure. There's electric, there's gas, and there's... Is it literally wood stove is the third option, or is there more options? IDK. Oh my god. Come on, marshmallows. These marshmallows are stressing me out. Induction. That's the other option for stoves. Okay. Nocturnal Lizzie says, my baggy shirts get in the way while doing jigsaw puzzles sometimes, but that's less dangerous. I love that. Totally an Expert says, have you looked into custom channel point rewards? I find them to be a really nice addition to streaming. I have not. I will ask Madrat all about that. Because I don't think I try to float around Twitch and look at all the options and see what exists and what can I play with and what can I not. A lot of it kind of flies over my head, if I'm being completely honest. So I'll ask Madrat. Like, we could exchange our time in the stream for you to pet Sabu for a bit. Oh, okay. You know what it is? I think I did interact with that a little bit, and I was like, oh, like, I could do this. But I was like, but what do I even have to offer? I like the idea. I like the idea a lot. I'm so worried that I will have nothing. You know what I mean? I don't have the greatest ideas. I just want to entertain. I just want to hang out. Would like to be real. And I don't know. But I also want it to be fun. I want it to be fun for you guys and fun for me. So I like that idea. I will drop a pin in my mind on that one. But if you have any other ideas, I am all ears. I can't always. Cats are all the content you need. I can't get that beautiful ginger boy to comply. He's not even here because he knows I'm streaming. So he's just like, I'm going to stay up here now. You can't get me. And the fluffy white boy who shall not be named, he just kind of comes up and hangs out when he wants. And if I try to, like, bring him when he does not want to be brought, he'll be, like, throwing the biggest fit and just running away and acting like I committed the biggest atrocity, even though I just wanted him to participate in the stream. Ooh, you could do a redeem points to learn a new word in French Arabic. I like that a lot. It would make me have to learn more Arabic. Because I've actually started to forget my Arabic. I restarted watching I've started rewatching the news on like a couple different like Iraqi TV channels just because I get a certain thrill out of watching their programming. They have all these like little YouTube videos on like beauty and like hair and when you should time out going to the salon. And it's just so like in its own fucking world. I mean, I think it's in its own fucking world. It's removed from me. I was born in Iraq, but I've lived here my whole life. So to me, I'm like, I know what they're talking about, but none of this applies to me. It's kind of like how, like, when I go to Turkey and my family would say something like, oh, like, she's Turkish, she's part of our family. And they take one fucking look at me and they're like, she's not. She's a filthy American. And I'm just like, I know what you said, and I don't have anything sassy to say as a retort, so I'm just going to mind my beeswax. Till an expert says Turkish would also work, but I already know Turkish as a native. Ugh. Turkish was like my first language, and I don't know it anymore. I'm so sad. I am learning a Turkish song on the guitar though, and my teacher is Hungarian, so he's just kind of like, oh, this follows different music theory. I don't know how I'm going to teach you this. I'm like, you don't need to teach me this. If this is too complicated, it's fine. There's a Canadian Arabic Conservatory of Music here that teaches like Arabic and Turkish music theory, although they like to amalgamate them as being the same thing, which I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, marshmallows. Super melty. Okay. I'm just like squishing down the last of the, what's it called? Marshmallows? I just said the damn word. Ugh. There we go. I was gonna say something. I could add a Turkish component to my redeem points to learn a new word in French Arabic, because it would expose that my Turkish is weird. What is it? So, my family's Turkmen, and so they speak like an Arabized Turkish, which is very like Arabic influence. So there's gutturals and there's letters that aren't in modern Turkish. And so there's some words that I just say very weird, and usually Turkish people, like, they can smell that my Turkish is different. They're like, huh, where are you from? And I say, oh, Geraktigade. They're like, oh, okay. The last time we talked, it was strange to hear. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's as strange as like hearing like in French when someone's Quebecois and they go to like France or like a different area in Europe where they speak like German French, where it's influenced. It's still French, but it's influenced. I used to be able to control the accent a lot better, but it was because I was able to hear so much more of it and understand it and like have it like run in my head. But now that I don't, I mean, I guess I could look for like Turkish news and Turkish YouTubers and Turkish streamerellas, like, and you know, get my ears like fine tuned to it again. But I'm trying to focus on one language at a time because right before school, I thought I was fucking Rambo and I was like, I'm gonna learn Russian, I'm gonna improve my Turkish, I'm gonna learn MSA, I'm going to polish my French. You know what? I'm gonna improve my English too. I really thought I was the man. And that was possibly like the worst fucking idea ever. And I learned, oh yeah, I was also doing Italian, but I had been doing Italian for about a year leading up to when I started school. And I did really well with Italian. I can now read Italian, I can understand it. I would like to go to Italy so that I can, you know, exist in Italy for a little while, see how that goes, enjoy myself there. And yeah, I snaked myself. I really fully snaked myself. I should have just taken it like one language at a time, given it that fair shot. Instead, I was like, no, I'm gonna do them all. I'm gonna catch them all. That's it. It's decided. Ooh. Okay, I'm just melting the last of these marshmallows. And then and now it's going down. Totally, an expert says. It was going good, but I hope I can keep it going in Russia without troubles. Yes. Praying for your safety. I hope things are good over there for you. I'm just gonna do it like this because I've had enough of this shit. I would rather stir it where I have more surface area to fucking work with. Hi, hello, sir. Well, I may have just gone and bungled these, but like we'll just fucking see. I mean, the woman does suggest, as part of her recipe for these, to use CSI gloves, but I am not trying to touch any of this with any... I'm not trying to touch this. That's all I'm gonna fucking say. This is the worst part of this whole operation. Yalla. I've had enough of your shit. Alright. Well, that was very attractive. Now that is bungling it. Okay, I think I will actually have to follow the woman's advice and get some fucking gloves on. You know what they say, no glove, no love. Alright. Thank you, totally an expert. There we go. There, we're good. And now you're about to perform a procedure. Oh damn, it's still warm. Uncovered. Oh man, I'm mixing this in with it. This is so evil. Okay. That was amazing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, first and foremost. Second of all, these gloves are not working as nicely as I thought they would. Oh dear. Well, I think it's adequately mixed in together now. I'm totally an expert. I think you're right, but I also think it might be a little too late right now. So let's just like spatula this. God, this sucks. Ugh. Okay. I have to go get a next spatula. Do I even have? I must. I don't. I just washed it. Okay, you know what? One spoon will simply have to do. I made the mistake of touching the damn counter. I'm just trying to fucking flatten this shit. Life is really hard right now. This went so much smoother last time. Colonel Lizzie says, yeah, I think rubbing butter on the gloves or something is an important step. Yeah, I missed that. Let me go back to the destructions. Did they say anything about this? Press the mixture into a greased tin. You may have to put on vinyl CSI gloves and press it down into the corners, as it will be very sticky. Flatten the top and then scatter over the edible glitter or sprinkles if so inclined. I feel snaked and personally attacked by Nigella Lawson. There's no mention of butter in this destruction. Hello? Yeah, personally snaked. So many Rice Krispies everywhere. Molly says, eat the glove. I mean, I think I chucked it already into the trash. Okay, you know what? That's a Padlin. I'm patting up your shit. I should have probably buttered this too. Snaked myself again. I forgot to top up the butter dish. We're gonna top up the butter dish. Molly says, eat the garbage glove. I think it might be long gone. It's like raw meat and that garbage and shit. It's long fucking gone. Okay, we're doing this. Topping up this butter dish before we snake ourselves yet again for a third time. There we go. Big old brick of butter. Done. Okay, we're good. Molly is out of control. Only wimps don't eat the sticky garbage meat. Okay, we're good. We're at the decorating stage, at which point we will probably just be using all of them because it's just more fun that way. Well, you can barely see it. It's so delicate. Fucking put my face right in it. Nocturnal Lizzie says Team Wimp. Love it. I don't even think Sabu would go for it. Sabu's a bit of like a prince though. He's, I don't know. Oh. Hi. I see you've awoken from your slumber. Here. Come check it out. I made a little something. I mean, it's not really for you to eat, but you can come check it out. This has like about 9 pearls each. Oh! It fell into the crevices. Okay. Hello, sir. Well, just dumping haphazardly some pearls onto these Rice Krispie squares. It turned out well jank. They're so pretty. It's a shame they clash horrifically with like the Crimbus colors. Hello, sir. There we go. There we go. Okay, it's not as flashy as last time, so I'm gonna add more. Because I might not be able to get more Rice Krispies for a little while, so we're going all out. Also, I need to get my hands on some disco glitter. Whatever that stuff is. Apparently, it's available in England. Possibly this is a lie. I don't know. Okay, can you like not be like this? There we go. Sir. Okay, you know what? I'm done fighting with these. So done. Well, I needed that. Ugh. Totally an Expert says, we are making Christmas Rice Krispies with Halloween skeletons on screen, but it's not Christmas or Halloween. I explained earlier how like there's a shortage of Rice Krispies. Alright. So it's very lucky that I was even able to fucking get the Christmas ones that I got. Because right when the strike happened at Kellogg's, people were like stocking the fuck up for baking purposes, of course. There we go. A little more. pillow. Allah, she. There we go. There we go. Amazing. Nocturnal says disco glitter. That sounds fun. It looks fucking amazing. Like, I'll show you the recipe that I'm following to make these. And you'll see how I got snaked. But she uses disco glitter. And I was like, this must be a common thing that you can just get in England, right? I think when I mentioned it last stream, there were some people from England who were like, I've never heard of this shit before. I was like, oh. Y'all just got fucking snaked. Fuck. Apparently it comes in a tub or something. I was like, this is exciting. So you'll just have a shitload of it for a long time. But I guess not. Oh. I'm good. I swear. So we still have some more glitter for next time. That's exciting. Pop this away. Oh, man. I need something. Oh. This tomato was looking quite troubled. It's looking very troubled. This shit out. So our next meal, we're having super nachos. One of these tomatoes is looking quite troubled. I think this is a garbage tomato. This is a rotten tomato, not to be mistaken for the movie review website. I'm gonna set this aside. Oh dear. Nocturnal Lizzie says Gesundheit. Thank you. I was gonna say Auf Wiedersehen, but I don't think that's the correct response. I need to brush up on my German. Totally an Expert says something in Cyrillic characters, which I cannot read. Maybe my friend Google can help. Translate. Pusti zdrowie, I think. Bless you. Bye. Isn't that how it goes with society these days? If you sneeze or cough, people are like, is that COVID? We can't be friends anymore. Totally an Expert says correct. Ooh, the pronunciation was good? Okay, so I don't know if I've mentioned this, but apparently when my dad was young, they would watch cartoons that were, I think they were produced and dubbed by Russian speakers, but they were dubbed into Arabic. So he was able to do like an impeccable Russian accented Arabic, and that has colored any Russian or Arabic that I speak. And I don't know why. It's a very specific accent, and I can't get away from it. He had like a few phrases that he would use to like get into it, and then it was game over from there. He was just stuck in the accent. Molly says, I only know one Russian phrase. What is the Russian phrase? I know spasiba, that's about it. That I know off the top of my head. I think Malchik is boy, I think. I don't remember. It was one of my Duolingo binge words that stuck for some reason. I am chorping some green onions for nacho and nacho related purposes because we still need to have another meal and I have no idea how I'm going to be eating it. I know I need it. It's so fucking hard to eat sometimes. Like in the wintertime, I just have no fucking appetite. Totally an expert says true. Regards to what? So does anyone have any exciting plans for the week? Anything going on? I think this week is literally just like supposed to be a quiet week for me. And spoiler alert, potential Emerald recording sesh booked with Mr. Dry Bread himself. Nocturnal Lizzie says, I might be flying to Arkansas for my grandma's funeral. Not exactly fun plans. Fair. Totally an expert says true. Duolingo. Okay. Yeah, it is really hard to Romanize Russian. Like, there's a way of Romanizing Arabic, and it is so shitty to read. There's like fucking 2s and 3s, and like, I think there's some symbols in there too, if you really want to get complicated with it. Russian is another one where it's like, it's probably easier to just immerse yourself in the language and learn it that way, because you're not going to fucking be able to Romanize a lot of those sounds. They're very guttural. All right. Nocturnal Lizzie says, heck yeah, Emerald playthrough. I'm super excited to get back into it. I feel like I need to watch all the videos to get caught up on where we were. But I'm super excited. I know Madrat had a really like packed work week this week. Like his run didn't go exactly according to plan, which is fine. Shit happens. But we were planning on doing Emerald during my reading week, and that sucked that we couldn't do it. But I mean, there's time now, and we're gonna capitalize on it. We're gonna do it, and I'm so excited to be back doing Emerald. I think Frolf says all I remember is Mushroom and Mandroot. Oh. I proposed that Madrat do a challenge where he beats the game with Mushroom. But I don't actually know how good or bad of a Pokemon Mushroom is. I also think Mushroom evolved during my playthrough, so I was like, I think Mushroom evolved at least once or twice, so this might be easier than your typical run. Like, well, that's not typical run rules. This would not be applicable. And I was like, it would be like an in joke, but also like a challenge all the same, like you win-win. He's like, no, it would not work. I was like, okay, I'm not going to tell you what works and what doesn't. I'm just making a suggestion. Totally an expert says, I went to a Quran course for like 10 days and learned to read a bit, but it's so simplified that I basically don't know any Arabic. That's so stupid. Fuck. I swear Quran courses are like the biggest scam these days. Like, they just don't teach you anything. They run them to feel good about themselves. And that's it. Khalas. What was I going to say about that? I've read the Quran in Turkish before. When I could interact in Turkish a little bit better. I thought it was really frustrating because they like wrote it in a way that basically you would read it in a Turkish accent, but it would be Arabic that you'd ultimately be reading. I thought that was really weird. I was like, why don't you just write this in, like, translate it and write it in Turkish? So that Turkish people could actually understand this and not just go, oh, these are really old words that we don't use. Okay, I'm so glad you understand. When I try to explain it to people, they look at me like I'm talking a foreign tongue, and it's like, they do this shit. It's real. I remember reading the Quran in like English, French, Arabic, and Turkish just to make sure that I understood it before like deciding whether to continue being a Muslim or not. I did not. Spoiler alert. I think that's why I was so frustrated by the Turkish Quran. I was like, there's a meaning. There's a meaning behind this, and people are not getting it. And it felt like people were just kind of following it blindly, and that frustrated me. Toy Expert says you did a lot more than expected. I went hard, okay? My dad was a sheikh and an imam, and he was like, you are my daughter, you must learn, from me and shit. And I was like, asking the pressing questions, and he would shut me down and be like, you can't ask that, like, you must accept this as fact, and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, on what basis do I accept this, but question this, Like, what are the rules? What's the meta to this? And when there wasn't one that was seemingly arbitrary, I was like, all right, clearly I am missing something, so let me just read this book in every language I know, so that maybe there's, like, subtleties that I'm missing here. There was no subtleties, just a lot of things I didn't agree with. I found a Russian one here, but I need to learn more before I attempt. That's fair. When I was doing my research, my Arabic and French was way stronger than my Turkish, but I was also going back and forth to like Ankara a lot to see family. Oh, hi, handsome. Handsome came back to hang out with us. You have cat food in your beard. Oh, only you could get away with that. Okay, let me clean you up for the stream. Yes, handsome. I need to clean you up for the stream. No boy of mine is going to embarrass himself live on stream. Yes, gorgeous. Yes, handsome. If you could avoid showing them your tush. Boys will be boys, am I right? This boy will be a boy. Handsome. He's so fluffy. You've got such a thick coat. Yeah, you do. What the fuck was I saying? Right. When I was doing my research on the Quran, I was going back and forth to Turkey a lot, like to Ankara to see my family, so I was more actively using my Turkish, and so it was easier to get access to a Turkish Quran as well, just to like read, and no one's gonna get mad at you for asking to read the Quran in Turkish when you're in Turkey'de. Yes. Handsome. Yes, my gorgeous little loaf of cat. Yes. He really does drop my IQ by like 15 points every time he shows up on the street. But I'm not ashamed. I can't. I feel like they add shit when they speak in Turkish, and it doesn't always make sense to me. I'm trying to imitate it. Oh, hi. Yes. Kung Fu fighting now? I'm like trying to shadow box with this cat. When I first got him, I wanted to teach him how to shadow box with me. I wanted him to give me like a little bop from the floor. And I could like hold the pads for him and like do footwork. He was not really having it. I think he humored me once when I had like the pads like in front of him. He just kind of like gave me like a little boop with the paw just to be like, you know, what the fuck is this? And that was it. He was like, I'm done. Yes. Handsome. Do you want brushing or boxing? What would you prefer? He does throw combos when Madrat picks him up when he's being bad. Can I help you? I delinquent. أكبر مخرب. أنت مغيرك. أنت أكبر مخرب. I'm calling him the biggest troublemaker. Okay, you're clearly done. It's fine. The stream is very happy to have you back, sous chef Sabu. Shit, what was I saying? Not only does he drop my IQ by 15 points, I also forget everything. Like, all the information that is pertinent just vacates the premises right out the door. I think he just wants to have a little nap. Okay, my veggies are almost done being chorped. They're almost done. Okay. Lettuce. We cannot FTL. We cannot forget the lettuce. I know you would like to participate. Would you like to eat some lettuce? You really studied that for a long time. Okay. Yank out some leaves and we'll chorp them in anticipation. And I think we might need to grate more cheese. I'm not sure. Okay. I love throwing things. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay. The first time I went to Turkey by myself, I had that cinnamon incident occur and things were never the same again. Yes. Here, let me just move you slightly. Slightly. I'm just gonna finely slice, I guess. Slice and I want like a shredded texture to my lettuce. Are you really attacking my weenus while I'm trying to chorp some lettuce? I feel pretty offended. I remember when I went to Turkey. I don't know why it freaked me out, but I don't know if this is legit. Totally an expert. Maybe you can confirm or deny. Lettuce. What is lettuce called in Turkey? Because my aunt called it letuce. And I was like, I don't think that's a word. It doesn't sound like a Turkish word. It's just the word lettuce pronounced in Turkish is what my ignorant self thinks. It's my prediction. It's my... Yeah, lettuce. Do you know what lettuce is? It's Kavurjuk. Okay. Which is curly. So it's not like this thing here. Like, this looks more like cabbage because it's like at the end of the thing, but... Okay. Okay, here is... Okay, let me just not lose the lettuce while I'm trying to... I'm trying so hard not to lose my lettuce. Oh my god. Here, hold my lettuce. You just want to be helpful. This is what lettuce looks like here. And I don't remember the lettuce being like this either when I was in Turkey. But she was like, oh, it's lettuce. I'm like, I think that's just what lettuce is in English, and that's you pronouncing it in Turkish. Which is curly in Turkish. Kıvırcık is curly in Turkish. I'm probably saying it wrong too. Kıvırcık. Green brain Molly. It is huge. Fucking lettuce. Oh, I know. We can't fault her. She's a doctor after all. She can't know everything. Okay. I think we're almost done prepping all this. All right. It's going pretty acceptably, I think. Handsome is here. The Rice Krispies are done. The veg is ready. I need to grab... I need to grab a baking sheet. Do a quick hamstring stretch. Alright. It's about to go down. I'm about to lay down. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're about to lose the foil? Can we do anything without burning the stream down today? I'm not certain. Is foil loud? Praying that foil is not loud. Yes, handsome. Okay. Got to grab these. All right. Okay. I think for the sake of space economy, we're gonna move that over there and do the measurement of the nacho chips in here. And Handsome is gonna hold the bow. Not the bow, the clip. Here you go. Are you okay with that burden? Handsome, you've got gunk in your eyes. Can't have you embarrassing me on stream with gunk in your eyes. There we go. He doesn't want to show his face anyways because he's a gremlin, but I mean, when he does eventually go up to the camera, he won't have gunk in his eyes. Why is that so loud? Oh, I think he's so helpful. He really is, isn't he? Madrat, if you're there, how many grams of this do we use? I'm guessing it's 200. But I guess let me know if you're still on the stream. This bag is huge. Oh, it says 1 billion grams. I love it. Okay. Totally next versus 12 grams. I mean, I did say to remember that number. Oh! Hello. 190. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I am okay with this development over here. Excellent. I didn't even go near you, Chrissy. Come on. I know. Thank you, handsome, for holding on to the clip for me. I couldn't have done it without you. No, handsome, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank y'all for all the moral support through this difficult time. And was that very loud? Because I realized it was right by the microwave, and I was watching the sound on OBS, and I was like, was this a lot? Was this really loud, or was it just kind of like a lot of sound all at once? I don't know. Alexa, stop. She's spying on me. She keeps lighting up. Molly says it was a bit loud, but not deafening. Okay, that's fair. Nocturnality says it was a little noisy, but not awful. Okay, great. Totally an expert agrees. Amazing. All right. I don't think very often. I think I'm going to take the stream down here, and I'm going to make a remarkable effort to stream again in the week. I am aiming for Thursday, and I want to do something on Friday. So Thursday and Friday, I'm aiming for streaming this week. English is what I'm trying to speak, I swear. I'm aiming to stream Thursday and Friday this week. Also, I don't know why I brought this thing over, but this is like a relic from my childhood. Like, I used to get these around Easter time at this bakery that would get these, and they'd sell out dumb quick. This is basically just a hollow chocolate, but it's really fucking cute. I don't know if you could see it very well, but I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, I used to have these as a kid, so I picked it up. I hope it doesn't taste like shit. Totally Expert says, I don't know if links are allowed, but I recommend this video to anyone here. I will check it out once I'm off air. Thank you for linking it. I hope to see you guys again on Thursday. I hope you all keep well, stay out of trouble, stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing y'all on Thursday and Friday. Hopefully nothing comes up on those days, because I'm really expecting to just have a chill week this week. Au revoir. See you guys later.